Hi, it's John Degatati here from Supply Partners. We're at Australian Solar Council Exhibition and Conference 2016. I'm here with Adrian Noronha from Fronius, Managing Director. Welcome, Adrian.
Yeah, thank you, John. It's a pleasure.
Fronius Inverters. Can we learn a little bit about the background of Fronius and who Fronius are?
Absolutely. Fronius is an Austrian company, a manufacturer in power electronics. Started in 1945, actually, not in solar, but in battery charging. Made some of the first battery chargers for the automotive industry up in that region. Went into welding, and then in 1992 decided to go into solar inverters because of the control of energy. You know, a welding machine or a battery charger, it's all active inverter technology. And so from that point, sort of trying to be a leader in the solar industry. And now 23 years in solar, so one of the more experienced players, I would say. And what's interesting is I think we're just getting started. So we've got a subsidiary in Australia that was opened in 2010, and that's what supports the local market, all of our Fronius service partners, and also the New Zealand market too now.
So Fronius, as an Austrian company, it still remains diversified. Obviously, you're in charge of the inverter business and the power supply business, but there's still the interest in welding, and it remains a diversified business.
Yeah, absolutely. There's quite a strong core welding mindset in the company, but it's interesting to see how much we've become more dynamic because of this industry and the rapid development of innovation. We've always been an innovative leader innovation leader in welding for many, many years. So that actually contributes a lot to what we do in solar. So still with those roots, the diversification's good. We're not a conglomerate, so solar is still a significant part of our business, and I think we'd find it very difficult if we didn't have solar. But at the same time, the industry can be challenging, it can be up and down, and we have a nice financial footing across those three divisions. So from a technological point of view, battery charging, welding, solar, it's very similar, but from an industry point of view, you're dealing with automotive manufacturers, shipbuilding, automation, solar companies, energy providers. So this has really helped us. And in the next couple of years, in the last couple of years and the years following, we've brought out more products than what we've brought out in the last 10, 15, 20 years. So it's amazing actually how much more there is to go, I think.
Fronius have been doing inverter and power conversion products for 24 years, and recently, internationally and in the Australian market, there's been a number of new entrants, new competitors. Why is Fronius the inverter of choice, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I think we have a very strong identity for innovation. It's really what we're trying to strive for, and it's difficult because there's so much noise, and if you really are looking to be in the market for a long time, you've got to think in terms of years and decades, and not just the next few months or the next hot product. I would say that a few years ago there was many more entrants into the market, when there was a lot more, or it was weighted a lot more towards incentives. And Fronius has actually grown in strength with the consolidation of the market because it's matured. We're starting to get more high-level questions, technical questions. Installers are now, I tend to talk with them and speak with them as solutions integrators of our products. So I think they've got a great opportunity now to evolve their business models and really capitalize on what's going forward. And if you're a manufacturer that's got innovative solutions, I think by default you become a sought-after brand. So the last couple of years has been very good for us in the Australian market. And the other thing is we've really focused in on residential, small, medium commercial, and to a degree, larger projects for Australia, a few megawatt size. And having that focus in those categories has made us very relevant in Australia. So there's some other markets, for example, that we don't really compete well in, where it's very, very big scale PV. So the Australian market for Fronius is a very important market.
In the next 6 to 24 months, what innovations new products are you allowed to share, or can you share with us about what Fronius is up to?
Yeah. So there's a lot coming. So the Snap Inverter range has been very successful, and there are some incremental product innovations in there. So we've had the advanced grid features and the zero export now all inbuilt, the energy management, the consumption. But I think where you're going to start to see real innovation is in the battery section. At the moment, we've got a first hybrid, the Simo hybrid. It's part of the Fronius energy package. We use the Fronius solar battery, but we also are integrating the Tesla battery that's due soon. And I think following that, we're really excited about what battery manufacturers are doing. So the offerings to the consumer are going to be much more than they are this year. And we plan to partner with some really great companies, I think, over the next couple of years.
Could you talk to us a bit more specifically, I suppose, about what I've seen has been part of what you talk about with the success of Fronius in the last few years has been that culture of warranty. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the unique points of Fronius is that from 1.5 to 460 kilowatts, which is our inverter range, they're all on-site serviceable. It's something that we took from the welding division. So if you're running a production line for, let's say, BMW, if that production line goes down, it costs a lot of money. So all devices, all technicians have to be able to work on site and fix the inverter or the welding machine, whatever it is. So now with the smarts in the product itself, we're giving the power to our Fronius service partner network to really take ownership over the service and maintenance part of the business. So we like to believe that we're of the highest quality, but power electronics, if we want them to last for many, many years, people talk about 10, 15, 20 years, you really need to look at the system reliability. And being, with the inverter working so hard, it's only realistic that you start to consider what would happen if there is an issue. If there's an issue with the panels, or if there's an issue with the switch gear or the inverter. And what are you going to do to make sure that the customer is not left with a system that's not running? That's a really simple principle, but it's within our mindset on how we develop all of our products. And in the early years, it wasn't such a big feature, but now quite a significant section of our business is devoted to replacing other inverters in the field because they're out of warranty. And so being a long-term player, service is always going to be a big part of our business.
So Fronius, an identity that's related to innovation, a considered approach to the market where you're looking at the medium and long-term 10 and 20-year cycles, a focus on the end customer and warranty and service with your service network. Adrian Noronha, thank you very much for today.
Thank you, John. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers.